Imagine stepping not just into history, but into the world of one of television's most beloved dramas. Today, we visit a remarkable London exhibition showcasing Downton Abbey's treasures, many of which are now heading to auction. Some are costumes that defined unforgettable moments, others are iconic props every fan will recognize, each piece carrying its own story and value. Want to know how much a piece of your favorite series is worth? Stay with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been 15 years since audiences first entered Downton Abbey. Over the years, we've witnessed loves and heartbreaks, scandals and triumphs, and always, the subtle but powerful way costumes mirrored the times. From Edwardian elegance to daring 1920s fashion, clothes became part of the storytelling itself. We focus on 7 most important dresses alongside the props that set the very heartbeat of the series. Let's step closer. Number 1. Lady Mary's proposal dress. We begin with a pivotal moment, Matthew's proposal to Lady Mary. Michelle Dockery wears a deep burgundy silk taffeta gown, with a tiered scalloped skirt, hand-beaded trim, and a vintage diamante brooch at the neckline. In a snowy Christmas scene, this dress glows with changing tones as the fabric catches the light, making the proposal even more magical. Estimated at £2,000 to £3,000, this gown is not just costume. It is memory, romance, and one of the series' most cherished turning points. Number 2. Lady Mary's wedding dress. The story of the Crawleys' eldest daughter continues with her wedding dress, one of the most recognizable costumes of Downton Abbey. Fans remember Mary descending the grand staircase, train trailing behind her, as her father and Mr. Carson wait at the foot.
Will I do, Carson?
Very nicely, my lady.
It was more than just a gown. It symbolized a new chapter in her story. A moment that still lives vividly in the minds of viewers. Number 3. Lady Edith's first wedding dress. But Downton is not all joy. Edith's first wedding gown is one of the most dramatic costumes of the series. In Season 3, she appears in a stunning ivory satin dress with an embroidered train, only to be left humiliated at the altar. The costume itself has a story. Designed around a borrowed vintage train with exquisite beading and embroidery, the dress became a symbol of Edith's heartbreak. To make matters worse, she even donned the same tiara Mary had worn, meant to look like a family heirloom, highlighting Edith's endless comparisons with her sister. A costume of beauty, but one tied to pain. Number 4. Lady Edith's second wedding dress. Years later, Edith's second wedding gown told a very different story, that of resilience and triumph. This vintage-sourced piece was reworked by the costume department with a Brussels lace train and romantic detailing, reflecting Edith's transformation into an independent, confident woman. By the time she married Bertie Pelham, Edith had finally stepped out of the shadows. Estimated at £3,000 to £5,000, this dress is as much about her character's growth as it is about period fashion. Number 5. Lady Rose's presentation gown. Lady Rose brought youthful sparkle to Downton, and her pale pink court presentation gown captured that perfectly. With pannier hips, metallic lace and sculptural ribbon flowers, this fashion style, known as the bouquetier dress, nods to the romantic excess of the 18th century. It also follows the strict protocol of royal court dress, a required train and a headdress with veil and ostrich feathers arranged in the Prince of Wales plume. Presented at Buckingham Palace by the Countess Grantham, Rose's gown reflects not only her frivolous charm, but also the weight of tradition in a world still ruled by etiquette. Number 6. Lady Violet's sea green dress. Then comes the Dowager Countess, Lady Violet. Maggie Smith's pale sea green gown, with silver detailing, is valued at £1,000 to £1,500. Designed with meticulous care by Anna Robbins, her wardrobe combined historical authenticity with bespoke tailoring, ensuring Violet looked every bit the formidable matriarch. The dress is displayed alongside her famous walking cane, which quickly became more than a prop. It was an extension of her authority, punctuating her words and underlining her presence. Though valued modestly at auction, the cane alone has already drawn bids many times its estimate, proving just how powerful even the smallest part of Lady Violet's persona remains. Number 7. Lady Sybil's harem pants. And finally, perhaps the most daring of all, Lady Sybil's harem pants. A true rebellion against the corseted world of Downton. This bold outfit caused gasps in a room when she first appeared in it. This costume was made of antique fabric and paired with a vintage headdress of diamante and metallic embroidery. It symbolizes the arrival of modernity, of freedom, of a world ready to change. It remains one of the most important outfits in the series. Emblematic of both the character's spirit and the wider cultural shifts of the early 20th century. But the exhibition is not only about dresses. The working world of Downton also comes alive here. Visitors can see Mrs. Hugh's black dress with her keys, Carson's morning suit, and the familiar items from his study. Among the most treasured props are three icons every fan dreams of. The oak and brass dinner gong, which signaled every grand meal, the clapperboard, marking each day's filming behind the scenes, and, perhaps most famous of all, the bell wall, its rows of polished bells summoning servants and setting the rhythm of the household. At the heart of the exhibition stands the Crawleys 1925 Sunbeam car, still in running condition, valued at £25,000 to £35,000, with bids already exceeding that. More than just a vehicle? It represents the family and the era racing toward modernity. Together, these costumes and props preserve not only the memory of Downton Abbey, but also the spirit of a world in transition, from rigid tradition to daring modernity. We've looked at 7 of the most iconic dresses, but I'd love to know, which costume from the entire series is your personal favorite? Was it one we've seen today, or perhaps another gown, uniform, or detail that has stayed with you? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy exploring history through places, fashion, and stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again here on My History Travel.